Hey guys, I want to talk about fear. So one time Jesus is trying to cross the lake with his disciples. That sort of sounds like a joke, doesn't it? But it's true. It's from Mark chapter 4, beginning in verse 35. Jesus and the disciples, they get into the boat and they set sail to the other side, and then all of a sudden this giant storm comes up out of nowhere. The sea's getting rough and the waves are crashing over the sides of the boat, and the disciples are rowing and they're bailing water, and the ship is beginning to sink, and the disciples are deeply afraid. Now, when the disciples are afraid on the sea, we need to take notice because many of the disciples are fishermen. This is their boat and it's their lake and this is their wheelhouse. They've weathered the storms before, but this time it's different. Situation sounds a lot like ours. Our storm came out of nowhere, and we've been through storms before, but this is somehow different. Perhaps we've been laid off, or perhaps we know someone who has the virus, or know someone who knows someone who has the virus. We're told different facts and different data every day. We don't know what tomorrow holds. We've lived through difficulty, but somehow this storm is different. This storm is more scary. The disciples, they're doing everything that they can, and then they begin to wonder, where is Jesus? And why is Jesus not concerned? They look around and then they find Jesus, and would you believe it? Jesus is asleep. And honestly, some of us are probably asking the same question. Where is Jesus? Why is Jesus not concerned? If we're honest, it may even seem as though Jesus is asleep on the job. Does he not see what's happening? Is he not available to help? The disciples urgently wake him and they tell Jesus exactly what they think. They say, "Don't you care if we drowned?" Jesus gets up, he looks over the side of the boat, and then he says, "Quiet, be still." And immediately the winds died down and it was completely calm. It was a miracle. And it's the miracle we hope for. We long for Jesus to look over his creation, to look at this virus and to say, "Quiet, be still." We long for Jesus to end the virus. Jesus, he calmed the storm, but then next he calms his disciples. Jesus looks at his disciples and he says, "Why are you so afraid? Don't you realize when I'm around you are safe? Don't you realize if I'm here nothing bad can happen to you? Don't you realize in the storm of life if I am near, you are safe and secure?" That's what Jesus says to all those who stay near to him. If I am here, or if you are near, you are fine. If I'm here, or if you're near, you have nothing to worry about. And how true that is. The Bible is laced with promises that those who are close to Jesus are safe and secure, not only now, but forever. And someday, whether it's sooner or whether it's later, Jesus will say to this storm, he will say, "Enough." He will say to the virus, "Peace, be still." And yet, whether that day is sooner or later, it doesn't really matter if we have Jesus. Because if we have Jesus, we are safe and secure.